Oi! We are here live on Faz Radio with stuff to say, things to do. Tightness.
Okay.
Here.
Hey, did you unmute me?
Of course I did.
Awesome. So tonight we're going to talk about the bear in the room.
Big, bad, evil bear. Yeah,
talk about...
If you're...
Well,
if
yeah,
you're
I mean... What we're doing, what are you guys doing? We want to talk about it all. In the pre-show, of course, we were sharing war stories, and it's kind of laughable. Faz is never going to let me live down the Black Eye Galaxy. I was real big on that. I thought, man, these people are going to go somewhere, and so we bought in a couple $100, and I think it was $250 I put in there to start with, just to play around with, and it's worth a third of a cent today. It's totally gone. They moved on, made a new project. I thought I'd be able to at least sacrifice something out of there, but no. Faz had mentioned too when we were talking, hey, there's not really anything I don't think that's gone up. And what I found interesting is, so I pull up my portfolio, and I happen to use CoinStats. I love their interface, and it's quick and easy. So I pull it up, and believe it or not, let me scroll back down so I get the number right. My big winner, we are up to, I've made so far this year since January, 180% on my my money is Terra Luna Classic. So, of course, when it crashed and hit rock bottom, I threw a bunch of money in there, and it's up 180% so far this year. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that.
I was working on renaming the cast. Bear Market and Gala stuff. Well, that's good. You and your Luna. Yeah, I bought like $50 of Luna now. I think I'm up to, I have now like $150 sitting in Luna. If it ever goes back up to what it was, well, then I'll have like $250,000, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worth a lottery ticket. There's a couple of them, that are worth lottery tickets. I bought in, another one I bought into, couple $100 is, Qubit, which is Project Quantum, which is, kind of a gaming, I guess you would call it. They're trying to do it a little bit differently. It looks interesting. So I'm down in that, a lot at the moment, but, I think it's a decent, couple $100 in, and see what happens. We talked about that on one of the other casts. What you have your slush fund for that, and what did you call? You called it something. What did you call when you just throw a couple $100 at something? What was that called?
About the Faz rule, the Faz $3,000 rule.
Yeah, the Faz $3,000 rule. I don't have $3,000 to be chucking at 15,000 different things though. So mine is like, I usually do like $250 or $500 if there's a lottery ticket that I want to throw something at. There's quite a few. I have a lot more tokens than I thought I did, and I'm going to get rid of all these once they go back up. I'm going to focus on just a few of the big ones, and I mean, it's kind of stupid. I have, $300 here, $800 there, $900 here. I mean, it's just kind of dumb. I don't need that many lottery tickets.
Okay, speak for yourself.
I mean, really, I do research on this, and I dig deep, and I spend a couple hours learning about all the various things. If I'm going to put money into it, I'm going to know everything I can about it. I was telling Faz I did get into some SHX finally. I poked around at that. It came up again in a conversation not too long ago, and I think it is pretty strong. So I'm going to give it a look. So this is not the strong nodes. This is not stronghold nodes. This is nothing along those scammy node things that are out there. This is interchain operability that they're working on, and there's quite a few in that space. Some are making some progress, others are not. Oh, and another piece of news, right? I'll try not to be horribly long-winded with this. About a little over a year ago, I was real bullish on that Thorchain, which was the decentralized, and it got hacked a couple of times. I lost thousands in the liquidity pool there. Turns out it's not as decentralized as they made out to be. It's kind of a mess. Well, around the same time, Shapeshift decided to go totally decentralized. And the company dissolved itself, backed out, threw the keys at a open developer and said, okay, this is all yours now. And apparently I read this week that Shapeshift is now integrating itself with Thorchain. I have not followed Thorchain since I got so butthurt after the 2 hacks in a row and the loss of a ton of my liquidity. The cool thing, and Shapeshift had actually purchased their technology, I guess, when they were both centralized entities getting started. And they are right now the only ones that I know of that you can actually swap ETH for BTC in both our native currencies, meaning there's no wrapping involved. And that's why I was so bullish on this, because they found the technology to do that. So I have not been back there. If anybody goes back there and wants to come on and talk about their experience there, great. But I don't know if I'll be going back over there. But I thought that was cool. And so with this integration now of these two platforms, it's making me wonder if Thorchain realized, we can't just say we're decentralized. We need to be decentralized, because they lost a lot of users with what they went through. So I'm gonna keep that on my long-term watch list to see if anything actually comes of that.
That's good. My coins, I've pretty much stayed out of a lot of this stuff, but my pet coin has been Stronghold. Have you heard of that one?
That's what I was just talking about.
I'm sorry. I was doing like 6 things at once. That's probably where I got the idea, as I heard you blathering on about it.
You are ignoring me. That is not acceptable.
I was okay. What really happened was my wife and I had adopted a dog about a week and a half ago, and when we did, there was my dog, which is my dog now, and his brother, and we did not adopt his brother, and I felt really bad about his brother, and his brother is still there at the dog rescue place, and maybe I should post something on here for people to go and adopt Max, my
no.
Don't tell me to adopt a dog. No, that
go get
money.
Max.
I have another dog already. Nope, I have 2 dogs already.
Get his brother. He will appreciate you for that.
And I just got a chat, and I was also interrupted by Jesse Hines. He said he'd be finally willing to come on my show. I've been bugging him. We've both been bugging him for a long time, so he's finally willing to come on our show. So that's you just heard
yes.
It. So that's why I was totally ignoring everything you were saying. That's some hot news, hot button news right there.
That's huge news. I'm glad Jesse will come on and talk to us.
We badgered him enough.
We did, and for all, a good way to put it would be that a lot of us had a problem with Law Tank, but I don't think any of us have a problem with Jesse. He's a hell of a good guy. He had a role to fill. He had a job to do, so he kind of had to be the hard ass when he was the Law Tank. But I'm looking forward to getting to know Jesse more on the Jesse level instead of the Law Tank level.
Good. I wrote back to him, challenge accepted. So I'll have to see what he says. And then I told him to start listening to Faz Radio.
So he knows what we talk about, huh?
Hey, well, we're pretty nice. I feel rather honored because what was that? Well, no, I won't say that. Something I saw in CFA about him turning down some people. Anyway, what do we got here? Okay. Yeah, a link. Is there anybody in the interwebs right now, and the people listening that are interested in adopting a little puppy and they live in Oregon? Well, you don't have to. I mean, they could ship the puppy to you.
Take it and drop it at Faz's house.
If you paid for the puppy and it arrived at my house, I guess I wouldn't turn it down then. That's like $700 goddamn to adopt a puppy. That's another reason.
Well, why don't you go to the shelter? I've had 4 dogs so far, and not one of them have come from any place but a shelter. Those dogs need some love. Well, best 4 dogs I could ever have imagined.
Actually, my puppy and this one, I think I'm going to post this in the comments, were taken from a kill shelter in Los Angeles, actually. So then they shipped them up to Oregon because Oregon has a lot of non-kill shelters up here. We don't like to kill our puppies. That's Titan blowing some smoke there, or sucking some smoke.
Yeah, I'm addicted to nicotine. This is way better for you than cigarettes. I gave up cigarettes. It's gonna be.
Hey, Jenny says she needs a puppy. Max, we got
10 years.
Max and Max's brother. Sorry, I'm back in puppy mode. I'm in puppy sale mode. I felt very guilty about leaving Max. Max is a precocious little bugger. His brother was really laid back, and Max was really a nice doggy. But I just felt that the calm one would be great for my other dog, who's apparently afraid of her own shadow. And now my dog, which was really really calm and laid back, is now beating the crap out of the big Labrador Retriever I have. The lab is afraid of this tiny little dog now. And yes, we call this kind of dog a floor mop. I'm sure you know what a floor mop dog is.
Yep.
They're stupid but lovable.
In my
crypto.
My pet news, right? So, my family finally convinced me to let them have a cat. I'm not a cat person. I hate cats. And so, of course, it was this kitten that was rescued. My wife is a veterinary technician. And so she brings this cat home. This cat loves me to death. I've made friends with the cat, and I no longer hate all cats. I like my cat, and I still hate all the rest of the cats. But he had his wonderful surgery today to have his giblets excised. And of course, of course, the wife sent pictures of that. Because she gets
before or after they were excised.
After. And she's like, "Oh, here's Winchester's giblets," and I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't need to see that." But she enjoys. I mean, because they let her as a vet tech, they assist, right? They can't obviously do the cutting, but she got so excited because she got to help on the surgery for our own cat. So he's not a happy camper tonight, of course, but by the end of the weekend, he'll be in a good place.
Missing his giblets, yes.
And boy, those I'll tell you, those animals. I don't know how how they can do that. I don't.
If I recall correctly, it's a little suction tube.
Yeah, and it just zip and you're done. And it's like, So, yeah. Okay, my pet news is over. We can go back to
thank
crypto.
you. I think my cute little puppy news was a whole lot better than your castration story. But okay, that's cool. Now you know. Adopt Max. I'm sure he'll have to be castrated too because, or at least they'll offer. Unless you want Max.
Well, where I live, it's required, right? So when I adopted Ruger from the shelter, he hadn't been cut yet. And so they told me that we're going to follow up with you and we will literally come and take the dog away from you if you don't have this done within 3 months.
Oh, wow.
And they give you a coupon and you get it like a 75% off the giblet cutting if you take it to one of the approved places. And they automatically, so this is fantastic, right? So we do the take them up there to go get hacked up, and the vet office calls me, and they said, you can come pick up your dog, and I said, oh well, how did everything go? He says we didn't have to do anything; he had already had it done. I said, oh, and you look at the belly; they put a little tattoo on the dog's belly when they get that done. I said, no kidding. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of that's a bit of a dad joke. No kidding, no kids will happen. Anyway, let's get back to the bear market. So yes, I was trying to say, hey Logan, what's up? I just met Logan today, so he's now in chat here. What you missed was doggy stories. We started talking about stuff, then we got into the doggy stories because I got distracted. Anyway, I had actually interrupted you, Titan. Maybe I said I was into SHX.
Right. So yeah. We keep getting distracted by pet stories, but so we're navigating this bear. I think both of us on this side are the opposite of what everybody else out there seems to be feeling. Everybody else seems to be losing their minds. Oh my God, my fortune is gone. I used to have 7 figures. Now I've got 2.
And I'm just trying to figure out how I can live on $7 a week.
I mean, it's
don't
like
spend
crazy.
The crypto or it'll be gone.
Right. So I'm not in this for the short-term stuff. I love getting short-term wins. There is no doubt, right? I am not a hardcore trader, but if there's trades to be made, I'll make them, right? And I'll take the short-term money. But for me, assuming I can manage to live another 20 years, these are fantastic buying opportunities. I am buying tokens that before I really didn't want to take and put big chunks of money into, that I'm doing now, that I feel comfortable doing now, because I know at some point this stuff's going to come back. And I don't need to have something 2 months from now, 3 months from now. Next year, I'd like to be sitting on some decent profit. I think everybody would. But this is long term for me. Most of the stuff that I have bought is sitting in my hardware wallet and will all be eligible for long-term capital gains when it does come out, because it's been sitting for over a year. I don't do a lot of trading. I take, a couple $1,000s. I throw it into a trading account if I see some good stuff. By the way, about a month or 2 ago, I gave the tips for people to go do your research on Cube and AMP and a bunch of others, and they're still bouncing plus 10, minus 10% several times a week. I'm making a killing in that. Don't do it just because I say to do it. Go take a look at the history, and if you like it, do it.
Wait.
But it's long term.
Didn't AMP have the SEC go after them or something? What was up with that?
Yeah, they did. They tried to. That was part of that that crackdown that happened. I think it was, what was it, Coinbase? I think it was with the trader, the people who were front running the trades or the listings. That was it. The listings on Coinbase.
Coinbase employees that knew what were going to be listed next.
Yes. And Uncle Gary went ahead and pointed the finger at AMP, and nothing's happened. Okay. First of all, nothing's happened with a lawsuit. Second of all, nothing's happened with the token price. They don't care. They're building. They blew it off. There's not been one post about it. They are just driving forward. And you can still go with the Flexa app and still use AMP as that collateral, and you can still buy things. So it is the technology, and I think it's going to be just fine in the end. I'm not real worried about it.
Okay. So
but seriously, man, 5 years from now, I think what you buy today, 5 years from now, if you can manage to hang on to it, I think you're going to be very happy. This instant gratification stuff has to stop. Well, it really does.
People, well, yeah. Some people who are in crypto, a lot of people who are in crypto right now have never seen a crypto bear market. They came in probably in 2019, 2020, and all they've seen is it goes up. And reality is, unfortunately, at the moment, crypto is still kind of tethered to the stock market, still correlated to the stock market. And the stock market's taken a huge fucking hit because of the war. And the war is really fucking up the world economy because apparently, we didn't know this, but Ukraine apparently provided like grain and wheat for like all of Europe and Northern Africa and stuff like that. Now that they can't, they have to go somewhere else. And the somewhere else is Russia. That's why Russia did it, so that they can be the ones providing the grain and oil and stuff like that. And so there's no one to fill those shoes. Now with everybody having sanctions on Russia, there's no one to fill the shoes, and it's just pain all over the place. So supply line issues from COVID. Now there's more supply line issues from Ukraine. That's why the world economy is shit right now. And so it's causing the stock market to go down. And when the stock market goes down, crypto's a speculative asset. It's not ready yet. And so people start getting out of speculative assets.
So there's more drama with that. Did you see what Elon did with Starlink with Ukraine?
Oh, yeah, that was rather swift. And by the way, I noticed what happened the day before that, too. I'll tell the day before first. So
yeah, do that. That's
the day
funny.
before Elon announced something, the federal government had like a press conference. The U.S. federal government had a press conference explaining how important the Starlink service has been to helping people in Ukraine. Made a specific like press conference about this. Generals in front of microphones, that kind of stuff. And then the next day, I hear that Elon says, "Oh yeah, I can't afford to keep Starlink going for Ukrainian people. Defense Department can pay us."
So yeah, there was another part to that too. When that was said, apparently now I'm just reading from Twitter here, but apparently the Ukrainian ambassador got pissed off and told Elon to go screw himself. And so that's when he said he got mad and said, "Okay, well then he call the Pentagon. If they want to pay for it, I'll turn it back on."
Ouch! Why would he get mad? Why did he get mad at Elon?
Because he turned it off. He turned off Starlink, and he was providing free service to try and help. And Elon's been trying to get peace done, and it's obvious that they don't want peace over there. And that's causing a lot of tension with Elon as well. Plus, the current government institutions are not giving Elon enough love for his efforts to try and continue the electric car evolution. And
now they're investigating him for saying Twitter things about Dogecoin, I think, as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this stupid battle because I can go into all kinds of narrative on that, but I won't. It's a battle of who's got the bigger schlong at this point. They're trying to one up each other constantly, and it's just kind of stupid.
Do I need to make an old man yells at Elon meme with
yeah,
Homer
kind
Simpson's
of,
dad?
That's pretty much kind of what it is.
Yeah. Boy, it must be nice to be rich. Those rich people certainly have their problems. We get to hear about them all the time too. All this palace intrigue.
Well, the world, not only in crypto, the world is changing in like really strange ways, right? So all of these things that in the past we thought were traditional and you passed on to your children, that's not happening so much anymore. These new generations are coming up and kind of defining things from themselves and not, I hate using the word adhering, but being guided by the past. And it's interesting to see because it's these older generations like the administration right now, right? Biden's generation thinks about things completely different than Elon's generation, than the millennials, and I don't even know what they call the new batch.
Gen Z?
Gen Z, the way that they're kind of shaping things out. So it's a nightmare out there right now in the world. Everybody's trying to redefine how things should be, and there's a lot of head clashing.
Speaking of Gen Z, or at least I think this is a Gen Z thing. Have you ever heard of a website called Rumble? I was told about Rumble today. I was encouraged by somebody to put Faz Radio on Rumble.
Well, throw up Rumble on the screen, maybe. Let's look at it.
What? Hold on. Let me hide all the porn. Okay, hidden. How do I do this?
What the hell is it? Rumble.com? Is that what this is?
Share
what
screen.
Is this?
I don't know. I was told about it today. You're investigating it with me live.
Okay.
Is it showing? No, wait. I gotta click this button. Not this one. This button. Then I gotta click that. There we go. Dad didn't brush his teeth for 40 days. Oh yes, I like Chubby Emu here. He's hilarious. Looks like some sort of video sharing site. Kind of like Twitch.
I don't know.
We got everything. We got Trumpism. We got anti-vaxxers. What is not to love?
Looks like a bunch of people just posting whatever the fuck they want to post.
Oh no. Well, I have had people tell me to go to TikTok as well. Anyway.
Oh my God, no.
We should TikTok 5-second Faz radios. Okay, let's go back to crypto stuff, the bear market stuff. We have some Gala gossip or something, don't we?
Well, I wouldn't call it gossip.
Observation.
Yeah, so this has been obviously a very interesting week. We touched on like the trolls and such last week and gave a bunch of thoughts on where we thought it would go. And apparently it did not go very well at all today or earlier this week with the trolls. So they had the whitelisting, and there was 2 tiers of whitelisting, and then the public sale was today. So tier 1, about 1,000 trolls out of the 8,888 sold.
By the way, for those who don't know what trolls are, Gala Games has put out some NFTs that are in teamwork with DreamWorks, DreamWorks, that movie company, and these are the trolls like movie trolls, just so you know. Continue.
So the first whitelist was for people who held all the previous Vox series. This is series 4. If you held series 1, 2, and 3 in your wallet, you got your first choice. You could buy them at 0.666 ETH. The boxes.
Which
and
I bought.
about
I bought one.
1,000 of them sold.
I was one of those 1,000.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
And day 2 was tier 2. And that was Gala Gold, Founders Node owners, and if you had at least one of any Vox in your wallet, you could qualify for that. And it went live and was live for about 15 minutes, and then it crashed. At least that's what we hear.
It wouldn't be a Vox sale without a crash.
So apparently there was issues with the whitelist, getting it uploaded to Coinbase, and what was allowed in, how everything integrated.
You might have gotten that out of order because technically I didn't buy the first day. I qualified the first day, but I wasn't on the whitelist, even though I had the appropriate trolls in my wallet. This was a separate wallet, one that they probably didn't know about, so then I had to go fill out some form and wait a day. So I bought on the second day. I guess whitelist was still fucked on the second day. Is that it?
Well, yeah. Well, no. So they had to upload a new whitelist for all the Gala Gold and all that. Well, apparently it was 69,000 addresses that they were whitelisting.
Damn.
And it crashed Coinbase NFT is what the story was. So it was live for like 15 minutes. It was live. A couple of people got to buy trolls, and it was shut down or paused or whatever you want to call it. So they waited a day and promised everybody that it would be ready to go for the wide open sale today. Well, tonight, I should say. So let me click over. The numbers I saw earlier were not good. So let me go over to the Vox things, and let's find out where we go to buy these things. Let me see if I still have it up.
You could share your screen so people don't just stare at a black screen. I know we're optimized for people like driving home from work in their car, but we do show things occasionally, especially when we play video games online.
Here we go. Oh, I got a math. Oh my god.
You gonna share your screen?
I can't. You not on here. I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think I can.
Click that button in the middle.
What button in the middle?
It says present.
I have no present. Oh wait, maybe I do.
Yeah, you do.
Share screen.
Grandpa.
Okay. Don't show these tips again. Share screen. Allow. Which one? Oh shit, which monitor is this? All right, it's this one. And share.
Add. Now I got to go unhide our cool looking Faz Radio brand banner here. Ding. There you go. You're shared.
All right, cool. So
yeah, switch back.
Okay. So if we do the math, 8,888 to begin with, and that's for all the tiers as well as the public sale. And there are still roughly 6,000 left.
2,600 sold, it looks like.
Yeah. So the owners here, when the drop went live, there was 516 owners. We are now, how long into this? 4 hours. And we're up to 524 owners now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all.
What are you really trying to say? Tell us what you really mean.
I don't mean anything. I feel bad for Gala. So I found this interesting. If you come down here, you can get it's funky because I don't think Coinbase NFT is ready for the big time. You can post comments, which is pretty good. Some of these people that we recognize their names. Joel Rick, we know Joel Rick. Nephilium Haas, he says, upvote this comment for extra luck. So a Gala employee is going to give you extra luck with your drop. How about that?
Hey, that means they can alter the percentages of land. You get so right now it's 20% of all Vox Trolls owners will get Vox land, or is it Vox owners? I don't know.
I don't know.
And if you can just click that forever, then you'll get like all the lucks, right? All
yeah, I guess. We throw poor Neff under the bus right now. So he's the nicest guy. We've had some fantastic interactions with him over the years. Neff, we love you if you're listening, but we had to throw you under the bus for that one. Barabonk, we know that name. I like when Faz, when you first started talking to me tonight, I said I was doing some things, that I normally do. Well, I was ferreting out some of these wallets. So you can see here that people's ETH addresses are listed here with their comments. And so, of course, I ferreted out a few. And I think one of these comments, and I can't remember which one, I think it's the one that does the commercial. Yeah, this one here. I'm pretty sure that this is Benefactor. And the reason that I say that is that when I ferret this wallet, there is a bunch of purchases of, like hundreds of purchases of the Walking Dead Vox. And Benefactor did put a post out in the Gala server and said he was going to go sweep the floor of TWD Voxes at one point. So my guess is this is one of his burner wallets. This one here.
I don't know. You know how I am about speculation.
I'm speculating, but I can't see anybody else buying like 300 The Walking Dead Voxes. And especially since he posted publicly that he was going to go sweep the floor at one point. So maybe that's my guess.
Maybe that could be his wife.
Well, this is not his main wallet. I can tell you that. I have a couple of his wallets tagged in Etherscan. And it appears to be a burner wallet.
How do you know it's not me?
I know it's not you because you don't have the assets to get 300 TWD Voxes. All right, so I do feel bad. You call me the FUD monkey and everything else.
Mr. FUD Puppy, actually.
Or FUD Puppy, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I have, in the course of Faz Radio, we're going on over a year now with this. I have beat the shit out of Gala on numerous occasions on this show. And I gave that up about 9 months ago.
Oh, please.
And no, when they do something stupid, I will still call them out on it. There is no doubt. I still think they're trying to do the good things, but their execution is complete ass. And what drives me crazy is that the community and most of the people in gold, in platinum, in all the areas, they're literally 100% telling Gala, if you do this, we will buy your drop. Or if you need to do this, you'll have our trust back. You need to do this, and things would be different in the community. And they pat everybody on the head, and they do whatever the hell they're going to do because they think they know better. And then stuff like this happens. And that drives me crazy because where else like Mattel and automakers and everything else, they do not have a community in Discord in one place where the people who are literally spending tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars on their products will sit in a room or a channel and tell them exactly what they need to do for them to buy the product. Gala has that, and they don't listen. That blows my mind.
And Nate laughed at me last night. That's Forged in Crypto. Laughed at me last night when I made a big deal about proper care and feeding of the community. So the community comes up with 50 fucking god million things for you to do. Yeah, some of them are going to be right. Okay, how are you going to know which one? I mean, it's not like you have 4 people sitting in a smoking room. By George, I think you should do this. No, it doesn't work like that. You have 50 god million people telling you, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that. And yeah, they could certainly keep score, but there's also their own plans as well. So I don't mean to defend them as well as, do you want the community to walk you around in a circle, or do you want to actually do your vision? There's a fine line between listening to your people and executing your vision.
Yeah, so the inmates can't run the asylum. All right, I get that. All right, I get that 100%. Hey, Vera. Yes, Vera, how you doing? Well, good to hear you. Yeah, Vera, she's listening, and she gave us a heart.
Hey, Vera.
So the inmates can't run the asylum, but I'll tell you what. There are select groups of people, especially people like Nate, right, who know what they're doing. And by building a DAO, they know what they're doing. And he's even jumped in there and said, hey, here's what you guys really need to consider doing. And they still don't listen. So you have your platinum group and stuff like that who is a smaller group of people who can really give you the insight. And they do listen, but they don't put a lot of it into execution. But it's so frustrating because if they would do some things like Old Man Smithers, I got to call him out again. That guy seems to make every show in one way or another because he makes sense when he talks. And he's done the same thing with the Thune list, right? Managing that Thune list. And he keeps telling them, look, here's what you need to do. If you knock a few of these things off, these are some big priorities. The community can come back to you and will be happy to support you. And they pat him on the head and they say, thank you, OMS. We love you to death. And then they do whatever they're going to do anyway. And it frustrates us all. We want to support them. We want to buy the things they have, but there's limits to what we'll do at this point. For years, all of us have spent tens of thousands of dollars on things, and we can't use any of it. It's not giving us utility. Now, Vox Odyssey just started, right? So I believe it was yesterday they said they were opening it up for everybody. That's something to do, but it's not a AAA game, right? That's what we're here for. We're here for AAA games where we can do epic shit. All these NFTs that we've put our time, our effort, and our money into, we want to use them. And what I will say is I even surprised Faz the other day because I went on Opensea and I bought some Townstar things. I haven't played Townstar in forever, but I thought, you know what? Let me get back into it a little bit. I'll play it a little bit. Stuff that used to cost $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, I was buying for $26 on Opensea. And I grabbed a bunch of NFTs and I started playing again.
Do you have some examples?
Yeah. So feed bots, right? I got feed bots for $26 a piece. There is a solar, what is that? A solar panel or something like that? Is like $60. Those used to be like $3,000.
Wait, what do you mean a solar panel? Solar panels?
What's that? No, what's that? What is that thing? It's the little solar thing.
Orbs?
No, it's a little. Hang on, I'm in Opensea on one of here. Townstar collection. Oh, Tesla coils are only 14,000 Gala at this point. Wow. You can get an epic wheat stand for like $180. Those used to be $3,000. Simplex sugarcane, dirt cheap. Bitrue wheat stand, which was like $4,000 at one point, I think.
Maybe I should share this.
Yeah, it's called a solar panel.
Hold on. Why would these be so cheap?
Because nobody's really getting into Townstar much. So, Salty Bot here, 7,000 Gala for a Salty Bot, right? When this was on, it was like 234 ETH in order to do a Salty Bot, and it's now 7,000 Gala, which at like 3 cents for Gala is like what, $210?
You might make some money if these are that cheap.
Yeah, these are like you got 75.
You sure these aren't fake?
Points. No, this is the actual Gala. Where is it? I'm all the way at the top. Yeah, you go all the way to the checked collection.
Wow.
And I'm using the NFTs in Townstar, so they have to be validated.
Hey, there's some bolts and nuts for pretty cheap there, buddy. You can pick some of those
Well,
up.
no. So I asked you about that, and you said they'll likely change that if they do the crafting again for the crane bots.
I think I was making a joke. We got dropped millions of those, so.
Oh.
Okay, where?
But anyway, this is like dirt cheap stuff. I probably should have shared my screen. Oh, am I sharing my screen?
You are sharing your screen.
Nope, wait, no, I'm not. There, whoops, wrong one again. Whoop, wrong one again. There we go.
Oh, this is new with all these Townstar things totally cratered like this.
Yeah, no, this isn't new. It's been like this for weeks.
Really?
Yes. No. But I finally got back the Orb of Hope, 498 Gala. Basketball court, 450
These are NFTs
Gala.
that actually earn town coins. So this is maybe there's something we don't know about. Maybe they're not going to earn town coin in the future.
I don't know. The basketball courts went for like. Didn't you buy those for like $1,000? Weren't those expensive? The basketball courts.
Oh, I don't know, but I know that those solar panels were really fucking expensive.
Yeah, the solar panel. Let's see, Mr. Puddles, $20.
Well, he's $20 to begin with, I think. Solar panels were really fucking expensive.
Death Row Records. That's like a pond, and that's 0.03, which is how much now? $45. It's like a pond. You buy 10 of those, and you've got all the water you could possibly ever want.
That's about $150 for that solar panel. That's not bad at all.
No, those were thousands. And Opensea is giving me grief now. It was giving you grief earlier. It's giving me grief now.
Yeah, I think I can scrape up some Gala for that. Tesla coil, 14,000. That's a lot, though. Let's see, what's 14,000?
Dude, Tesla coils were like $5,000.
Oh, they were much, much, much more than that. More like 5,000 town when they were like $2, when town was like $2.
Let me get back to this. Opensea is being really weird now. All right, here we go. And it's taking forever to load. But if you are going to play Townstar in the future, now is a fantastic buying opportunity to load your wallet full of Townstar goodies. Pink Jimmy, crane bot assembly manual. Those things used to be like $400. It's 300 Gala now, or what is that? Like $5? I apologize for this Opensea. They have been. Mine was fine for days, and just now, maybe because we're streaming though. We have a lot of these. So there's a ton. Here we go. We're down to the buggy water bots. All these storage buildings were a couple $100 before. Alpha fountains. And with gas on ETH being so low, wheat stand, 4,000 Gala. People were dying for those things. Nobody would sell them before. I think I bought mine. I have a couple wheat stands, and I bought mine. They were like $400 a piece when I bought them. Lolly and Pop Shops, 4,200 Gala. God, those were really expensive when they were in the Gala store. So, yeah, if you're a Townstar fan, go load up.
So, yes, bear markets are the time when you can buy a lot of shit for cheap. The problem is most people are fucking broke. So, that's the problem.
Salty Bot. Look at this. Look at this chart down here. Average price in ETH. At the high, when ETH was $3,000 in ETH, these were selling. Get over there, you. God, this is so slow. This is really aggravating. Volume. All right, come on. Get over there. They were selling for almost 4.8 ETH. At $3,000, it's $12,000 these were selling for. You can buy now for $255.60. Is that crazy or is that crazy?
Well, I guess some people are panicking. Take advantage of people panicking, folks. This is not financial advice, by the way. There's no guarantees. If I am wrong, you're going to suffer and waste all your money. So I wouldn't go by what I'm saying or what Titan here is saying. But
well, I said if you like it, run with it. I've been perusing the Miranda stuff. I've got my eye on two things, and I'm waiting. One of them just got jacked up. I was looking at a halfling exemplar, and it was the Proud Hearts. And it was just earlier this week. It was at like, I don't know, like half an ETH. And it's up to like 1.2 already. There's a lot of activity on those exemplars lately. I had put a couple of my humans up for sale to help fund the Proud Heart. And they sold, each of them sold almost instantly for my asking price. It was like within a day. So I was pretty impressed. So there's a definite move on exemplars. I think maybe because they were saying there's going to be a play test again soon. So check out the aftermarket on the exemplars. Get them quick before they run up too high. Hey, HB, I just noticed. Yeah, the Fed, you know, it's lose-lose for the Fed, all right? If they raise them, they lose. If they lower them, they lose. Because if they lower them, that helps short-term but screws us long-term, meaning you're going to be worse off a year from now. The consensus is right now, 6 to 9 months from now, we're looking at recession. And I'm going to argue this one. We're already in a recession. They changed the rules of what defines a recession. No, they changed the rules. No, this goddamn administration changed the rules so they didn't look stupid. And it's aggravating. the definition in textbooks, if you go to any textbook, any college textbook right now, it's 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth is a recession. That happened about 8 months ago. So we are in a recession. It's just not bad yet. It's going to be much worse 6 to 9 months from now if the world doesn't get their shit together. Great British Pound, I was watching this today. They fired the Minister of Finance, right? With no replacement. And the Great British Pound is like tanking. The whole world is a giant shit show right now. So if you have Bitcoin, if you have solid crypto assets, and you can manage to diamond hand those things through this mess that we have, you are going to be so much better off, in my opinion, 12 months from now, because anything
opinion, not guaranteed.
Of course, and I just said that.
I'm doing the
yeah, I mean, I think you really will be, because these fiats, any fiat that you have is going to be complete trash
all the
12
fiats.
Months from now. Yeah. This is like stupid. Everybody, and you think any reasonable person would go, they have to be doing this on purpose because nobody could be this stupid. The things that they're doing are completely stupid.
So
they're making it worse.
Let's go back to why Bitcoin was invented. And it was invented because the banking system doesn't work. And we've been propping it up for a long time. And right now, one of the reasons it's having so many problems is because of the plague. People been, they had to print up a lot of money for liquidity. When they did that, they printed up so much money that it can't really be absorbed by the way that we used to do money. And so in order for money to keep value, they're trying all sorts of crazy ass stuff. And unfortunately, there's nowhere for people to run. They're trying to stop people from running from the exits. And Bitcoin is one of those exits. The U.S. government is trying to stop people from running to crypto.
That's the danger, the biggest danger of a CBDC. That will be one way they can stop people from putting money into crypto is by coding it to say you can't send it to Coinbase. So that is a big danger. And XRP Detroit, you're absolutely right. I'm with you 100% there. We have been, we will be. I was flipping through while you were talking too. So Gala Node Guide, the community doesn't have the full picture. I don't buy that anymore. Okay. I've been in this community over 2 years now. And whenever things like this happen and things go sideways or whatever, that's all we ever hear. And Bitbender was on this show and uttered those exact same words. You don't have the full picture. I've been hearing it for 2 years now. So I don't buy that excuse anymore. Then give us the full picture. Well, we can't. There's NDAs. Okay, well then you have the power when you enter into these agreements with studios or with partners, and you can say, listen, we do business with a community first approach, and we will be sharing most of what we do together with our community. If you don't like that, you can work with another studio. That's what a top company would do. They have that position, they have that power. If you truly value the community and say it's the number one reason that you guys are going to be successful, which is I've heard that statement before, then stand by it and do it. And I understand there's sensitive things, right? Keep the sensitive things like the financials and all that stuff private, but then tell us the full picture. It's really simple. Oh, you're going to love it. Oh, just wait and see. Well, we've been waiting, but we don't see anything. Well, I'm hoping for a win, Faz. I'm hoping for a win.
You're in a fine fettle tonight. So their market, see, maybe you're just used to the way that other people market to you, like those McDonald's commercials that are big, the Burger King commercials that show slowly rotating hamburgers where they spray all sorts of chemicals on it to make it look better and stuff like that. And these guys aren't really doing the same kind of marketing. They're doing the drip leak kind of thing, and they're obviously trying to optimize hype. But personally, I kind of see through that, and it doesn't really piss me off in much the same way that, I don't know, just about all the commercials I watched as a kid growing up on TV don't piss me off. It just pisses me off to watch it. So I don't watch it. Actually, that's why I like having the Discord, is people come to CryptoFaz Academy and give me the skinny on what's happening at the Gala Discord, because it's kind of rough going through all that stuff, all that hype.
Well, so I get that Gala's hands are tied with hype. Hype is all they have because they don't have anything yet to put out. So that's all they have to live on is hype. All right. So I think it was yesterday, OMS put a post in our Discord and summed it up, and he said it like 100 times over the past few months. If you can't sell something 2 years before it's going to be usable and not have people start to get pissed off.
Why do people keep returning to this? I keep telling you, back in the real world, the VCs are the people that get into this, into games and stuff like that, right when they announce working on games. And the VCs, the venture capitalists, for all you boys and girls, the venture capitalists are the ones that do that, and they push behind the scenes to get things done, and they hurry them up, and they bellyache. Basically, we're doing that now. It's just that we don't own a part of the company. That's the difference with crypto. And so everybody's acting all surprised, like, oh my God. But everybody also gets all pissed off. It's like, man, these people were into this gaming company before anybody knew about them. How can I do that? I never get into this kind of stuff. I never know. Well, guess what? Now we're actually finding a way to get into these kind of things, and people get scared and pissed and worried, and apparently are dropping their Townstar NFTs for really fucking cheap. So I'm buying some now.
No, so listen, right? There's a reason that Gala does not go to venture capital firms. Why is that? You know the answer. Why is that?
Well, I'm saying crypto is like venture capital, but you don't get any of the company. I mean, you're doing more betting. Why
doesn't Gala want VCs? You know the answer. What is it?
Well, I'll let you say it because I had a different point altogether. But go for it.
No, I want to hear you say it, because you're the one that says that the community are the VCs.
No,
right?
I said they're like VCs, except they don't get to own anything of the company. I think you're looking to prove a point, and you're missing a second half. I'm not opposing you.
I'm not
anything here.
No. So here's the thing, right? The reason Gala does not want VCs is because they don't want to be told what to do, how to do it, and be put on timelines and have to produce tangible money for somebody else. They don't want that accountability. They just want to kind of do things how they want to do them. Well, they've got the perfect setup with us, the community, being the VCs, right? So what was his name? What's the president guy's name? It's not irrelevant. It's something else. It sounds like irrelevant. Robotron. Doesn't sound like irrelevant. I don't know why I said that. Robotron got on that video and said, oh man, with that Vox sale or whatever it was, in 5 days we got the whole budget back for what we spent on acquiring this, that, and the other. Okay, so we're the VCs, but they're not accountable to us. That's why they like us as the VCs. They want us funding it because they don't have to be accountable to us. So it's like the perfect marriage for getting that VC money. And we've got to understand that it's going to take time. And I've understood that it's going to take time. And I'm not butthurt about any of that stuff. I'm patiently waiting. but I do expect there to be a premium on that return when it's time to do that. Because even today on the AMAs and everything else, I heard the words play to earn, play to earn, play to earn, and they kept wanting to get away from that, but they still talk about and say the words play to earn. So they're marketing the play to earn. So yes, we want to earn. All right. And we also want a good gaming experience, and we want something in a reasonable time frame. Reasonable is not 6 months. We get that. We have Townstar. We will have Spider Tanks in about 2 weeks, hopefully. Is it going to live up to those expectations? Because what I'm reading and what I'm hearing is that this Spider Tanks economy is so goddamn complex, nobody, even the people who are deep into Spider Tanks, know how the fuck they're supposed to earn anything.
I'm actually stoked about Spider Tanks.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed playing it for game nights and stuff. I suck at it, but I enjoy playing it. And it's a game I can play on my shitty PC. So I want them to have some wins. And I've said it many times on here and in Discord. I want wins. But they're not helping themselves win. And when the community tells you how to get the win and then you don't do it, that's why you end up with a troll sale of the proportions that we're seeing today. So if you do it the way the community tells you to do it, you build some trust. And somebody, I think it was Daniels in our Discord, was talking about this today. You could have sold it a little bit less, a lot less, and got the sellout and got the street cred and got the Coinbase cred and got the DreamWorks cred and made a little bit less money, but that would have then given you credibility to go do the next thing. I think everybody... All right, so let me back up 1 second. My mind is like going 1,000 miles an hour. So trolls, right? Everybody, was saying, wait do you hear this epic thing coming? It's a great partnership. Wait do you see? And it was like trolls. And everybody was kind of like, fucking trolls. Are you kidding me? Why is that epic, right? So here's what I think. This is pure speculation. I think this partnership with DreamWorks, DreamWorks wants to do it, but they want to just dip their toes in it a little bit. They don't want to go full bore right now. So they threw Gala a bone and said, here, this isn't like really high on our priority list. This isn't like a new movie coming out or some project we're working on now. Let's see what you can do with something we had put out a while back. And let's see if you can do something with it. And they dangled the trolls. And they're like, hell yeah, we can run with that, right? And here we are. And it's not shaping up so well so far. So...
I don't know. I don't have as high expectations of you in a bear market. I mean, this is... I thought we were going to get on and tell people how we were shrewdly navigating the bear market, and what I hear you is going, oh my fucking god, trolls, man! These guys are just screwing it up, and they're not selling a thing. It's a fucking bear market, dude. People aren't going to be buying this shit. Where's the money coming from? You can't get blood out of a turnip.
No, I'm not saying that at all, and I'm not oh my godding anything.
It's you seem a bit animated about these trolls, and yeah,
because I want to see them win. That's what I'm animated about. Win. I want to see them win.
They're building right now.
Clearly, this is not. They're not off to a good start with DreamWorks.
Okay, they'll get there eventually. I mean, again, this is a bear market. No, what do you think is going to happen? It's all going to sell out in an afternoon like the first few did? No, it ain't, because those happen in a bear market, a bull market.
What I expect is that Gala and DreamWorks realize it's a bear market and they sell it for a reasonable price, right?
Okay, that's
so
better.
here's the thing. the groups that I was a part of and giving feedback on, 0.3 to 0.4 ETH for a troll and a lottery style bunch of oh by the ways in the box as well. Absolutely, I would have bought one, no doubt. And I think a lot of other people would have bought them too. 0.888 in a bear market with a lottery and a troll, which I watched the AMAs, mind you. I did watch them. I did listen to them. I already have Vox. This Vox did not give me anything that my other Vox wouldn't give me, is what I heard. So why do I even want another Vox? Just to have one of every collection? So what? What do I get out of that? What's the benefit of having one of every collection? You get a whitelist, you get to buy first. I don't need to worry about that. I can take my time and buy whatever. I can go buy a Troll Vox a month from now, apparently, from how the sales are going. 9 people bought in the last 4 hours.
Apparently, you'll save a lot of money.
Well, my point is that I think they really need to think about that part of it a lot more. And the community, this is why I said earlier, the community gave them the answers. There were dozens of people, I watched them, 0.4 I'll buy, 0.4 I'll buy. And the pushback, one person had said, well, this has big IP attached to it, you know? And, okay, we know that. But we're still not paying that much, you know, if it's going to be like it was before. And they said, yeah, head pat, right? Here we are. So they made their bed, now they have to lay in it. And I agree, Gala Node Guide, trolls will sell out eventually. Sure, and I hope they do. I was hoping that they would have structured this differently. So I'm not saying it had to be an instant sellout, right? Like tonight, bam, gone, right? But I think they would have sold a hell of a lot more had they done it and approached it a little bit differently. And the community would have loved it. The community needs a win here too. They're getting their asses kicked, right? And when Gala has asked for, hey guys, we really need a win on some of these things. We want to get this stuff moved. We've stepped up and we've bought. And we've supported for 2 years, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in sales. We've supported Gala almost blindly over the years. We need a win too. Throw us a bone once in a while. Make something that's really expensive, super cheap for us for once. And I know Benefactor hates the flippers and everything else. That's not his concern. He's worried about what he's selling. He needs to be worried about what he's selling, not worry about the secondary market. That's where all this security stuff comes in, right? Worry about Gala Games and developing that community, putting out games, checking off items on those Thune list. Well, Rev Run, you're absolutely right. It is a one-way thing, and it's not entirely true. It hasn't been all one way. I will agree with it. It's been mostly one way. And that's what I've professed from the beginning, even with all my bitching that I've done in the past, right? It's okay if it's one way. But because we're taking a high risk on our side, the reward has to be high on the other side to account for that high risk we're taking up front. So as long as that's equal, I think everybody's going to be happy. The problem is, at least what we've seen with Townstar so far, is that the high risk that we took has provided low rewards. So it has to go the other direction, is all really the bitching is about. We're happy to take that high risk and fund you and do all those things as these pseudo VCs, but then just like regular VCs, there's a price to pay on the back end for funding, and especially funding up front, like what Gala expects.
You know, I think I know why you're in a fine fettle tonight. It's because Vera is here.
Vera is the bomb. I'm sorry. I have the utmost respect for Vera. That poor thing gets her ass kicked on a daily basis, and she does it with a smile still every day. Having her on the show was a huge thrill for me. I think Vera is the bomb. So you're right. Yeah, I'm pretty excited she's listening tonight.
Well, I think that you're hoping that she's going to go tell Gala, give them the old what for, and tell them how to do their stuff.
Nah. I think we do a good enough job of that, and I think that Gala knows what they need to do, but they just don't know how to execute it.
Well, my personal thought of what Gala should do with NFTs, what I thought of originally when I first got into this is I saw these expensive NFTs, but I thought honestly that there was going to be a lot of cheaper NFTs, like you're going to have the expensive armor that they're going to sell early on for the early investors and stuff. But I figured that, if this was a game like Miranda's, that they're going to be selling knives and swords and I don't know, clothing and other small things that were cost like $5, $10, $15, $20. I thought that's what their price point was going to be for a lot of the stuff. So I didn't mind seeing the expensive stuff. The problem is they seem to be staying in the expensive stuff. And I think that would actually make the expensive stuff even more better, is if you had a bunch of tiny little NFTs that did stuff. They are doing this a little bit with those Townstar cards, the non-earning NFTs, but those are still really expensive compared to DLC in a regular video game. They're not $25; they're $250. And so I'm wondering. I wonder who their audience is. Their audience is obviously not the average gamer. And so that's what you're thinking about, I think, which is you're thinking as the average gamer, the average person. I think they'll target that audience when those people start coming in the door. But how can they come in the door if you don't have shit that they can buy?
All right, I'm going to blow your mind here. And we can even, if you remember, I'll try and remember, but help me try and remember, for next Thursday's DAO Talk. All right? Because here's the thing. Gala sells their NFTs for high prices for one reason and one reason only. Because people keep buying them. All right? So here's what's going to happen. We have the Players DAO, right? And the Players DAO is gonna buy these NFTs and or contribute these expensive NFTs so that players, everyday players, whether they're traditional gamers or crypto people, can come in, become a part of the DAO, and use those assets. Okay? Whether it's with the DAO or on the Gala platform with whatever rental system they come up with, that is going to give the excuse to Gala Games to continue selling high-priced NFTs. Because the players don't need to buy them. They're going to continue to feed off of the whales who will buy those for the DAO and for the players. So that's going to create a big problem.
Okay, so that's a good point, and I see it from a different angle, and I see the problem from an interesting angle, which is I feel like the banking system is getting a hold of virtual assets. When I say the banking system, I mean obviously people want to be able to use these NFTs, and they can't, so they have to. So they don't want to lower the price, and so instead of lowering the price, they're renting them, and so that anybody to use anything has to rent everything. You'll never really own anything. When they make a big deal about the fact that, hey, you can own your NFT, you don't own it. So, I mean, right now in the world, that's something about millennials and Generation Z is both of them are starting to realize that they're never going to get out of that apartment to own a home. And they're renting all the time. And they might not have a car. They might be paying on a car. And so they're they're kind of wondering, what do I actually get to keep? And it doesn't seem that the games here, the crypto games, are making it so they can keep stuff. They want to make it so certain people can keep stuff. The whales can keep it, but then everything's going to be rented. So again, I'm back to, where's the knives and the small swords being sold for $5? How come we don't have expensive stuff? I'm sorry, how come everything is expensive?
Yeah, that's an excellent point too. Yeah, I mean, coming at it from both those angles,
you're literally keeping the ownership away from people by renting. So how are you getting it so that people can own?
So again, right. So that's beautiful, because in building this DAO, there can be things built into the DAO to where if you rent an item so many times or for so long, you have the option to purchase, just like a lease on a car, right? You rent, like a lease on a car, you rent it for 3 years. You can buy it for a discounted price after renting it. That could be an option. I don't know if Gala or EVIO or any of these other platforms would be integrating something like that too. That might be kind of cool. I doubt the platforms would. They want the sales, right? So a DAO could really benefit from a lease program, a long-term lease. It would benefit the owner of the NFT because they would get lease payments for 6 months and then, a premium on the price of the purchase. Another part of that is some of the smaller players, right? So looking at it from the other side, smaller player comes in and maybe spends a couple $100 on an exemplar to get into the game, and starts buying these swords or upgrading their swords, and knives and backpacks, and they maybe don't want to get into a DAO right away. They can at that point own those assets, perhaps join a DAO, rent some things, gather some assets up to go buy their own, and eventually work their way out of the DAO, which is perfectly fine as well. They can use that as a stepping stone to get to their own level faster. And that helps the DAO and the player and the gaming company. Again, a DAO is a win-win-win no matter how you look at it. Making sure it's set up correctly for that win-win-win is the hard part. And that's where the brain trust is really going to come into this. Some of the smartest people I've ever met in my entire life are a part of this. And we need more smart minds, in my opinion. And I'm seeing these comments, Gala Node Guide, for knives and swords, players should be creating those NFTs. Absolutely. I agree with that. What I was thinking was that there was going to be some cheaper things. I was just giving those as examples. Yeah, I love the idea that everything created in Mirandus is going to be made by players in Mirandus. But they did have NFTs for sale. And I feel like there's got to be a way to set up players to get started. Like, I don't know, let's call it a new adventurer pack, sold for $30. And you get a basic knife, a basic sword. Maybe these new adventurer packs, maybe all these things that the Gala store sells comes from Mirandus. Maybe Gala actually has a store in-game. And when you want to sell things, sell a sword and sell a cloak or something, you sell it to the Gala store, and then the Gala store sells it to people in the outside world. Yeah, you can also go to Opensea and sell it yourself. Maybe Gala is just saying, go to Opensea to get set up as a new adventurer, because that's what we're going to do. I'm going to craft a knife and a sword, and then I'm going to sell it over there. But then they also want to encourage you not to sell that stuff. They're like, if you hold on to this, you'll get benefits from it, remember? Right, and see, that's the thing is you and I argued about this a while back when we were talking about Mirandus. It was after one of the that first play test, I think it was. And you had brought that up about everything will be made by the players in the game. And I called bullshit on that. I said, there's no way that Gala is not going to want to sell something in their store after Mirandus goes live. And we argued about that back and forth. I can't see Gala just saying, okay, you guys make everything in the store and sell it. We're just going to sit back and watch. Bullshit. They're going to need to pay those devs to keep the game going and build new shit, build those cities in the sky that you talked about. So absolutely they're going to be selling shit. And that's the problem that the biggest problem I think it was Doc that had was hammering on the dilution of those assets. And even though it won't dilute the land on the ground, selling land in the sky still does dilute land, period. And I understand his point there.
Okay. Good answer. Good answer. Next question.
So, all right. So here's the thing. And I did this and you poked fun at me for basically being an apologist. You know, I love picking on Gala, but it is just picking. All right. It really, I want to see them win.
After
I'm
you slap
rooting
them
for
silly, you give them a kiss on the head. Go ahead.
No, it's not. Okay, they do deserve a lot of slaps because they're fucking up a really good thing. And every time they start to get a win, they fuck it up again. And you poked fun at me just 2 days ago about that because I called it out again. Yet again, a fucking drop went sideways. They have not had any drops in 2 years that did not go fucking sideways. Every single goddamn time. And here they go, oh, we're doing Coinbase this time. How can this possibly get fucked up?
And in 6 or 7 years, we're going to say, remember the days when all the drops went sideways. Or maybe they even went sideways back then. I don't know. This is a new area, and shit's going to fuck up, man. I mean, just the crypto is very new. NFTs are new.
I think I said that last week too. I'm like, how I think that I did. I said, they went with Coinbase this time to make sure they don't fuck up the drop. And sure enough, it got fucked up. So, I want them to win. I am rooting for them, but they keep dropping it, man. And it's killing us all dead. We want to love you, Gala. We want to love you.
By the way, do you remember how many town coin a day that Salty Bots earned? Do you remember that?
I do. And it was a whole lot.
Wasn't it like 60?
75.
75. I'm going to buy one.
It is a very, I might go buy one too.
My transaction is going through right now. That's why I don't listen to you. I'm just surfing the internet.
Listen, so there was one of our friends who used to be the Salty Bot King. And I hope our friend got out when the getting was good.
Maybe he still has them. Maybe he's hodling it all, waiting for the next big ramp up.
And maybe he's listening to us right now and he's already changing the price before I get there to buy one.
I don't think he's listening. Well, the price just changed from the one that I purchased. Let's see. Nope. Same? What did I just buy? Spent 7,000 Gala. That's like $250. It says current price X5 for 7,000. I don't know if I got 5. No, I got 1. I think they're trying to say you got to be careful when you see X5 on stuff.
Yeah, you got to buy 5 of them.
Why don't I share my screen here? A little Opensea tutorial here.
You got to spend $35,000 to get that bundle.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Okay, let's see. Brand hide. Okay.
Now, if Gala goes to 70 cents again, that's $4,900 that you're going to pay for that Salty Bot.
Okay, why is it showing your screen? Let's add this one to the screen. There, I just overwrote your screen. See,
that's fine. I'm on Salty Bot.
My screen, Titans, mine. Okay, X5 for 7,000. That means let's see if we added that to the cart.
35,000 Gala.
Where do I see that? I don't understand. It says total price 7,000. I don't understand. So I've been fooled by this in the past. It told me X like 10 long time ago when I bought something. It bought all 10. I don't have 35,000 in my wallet. I don't even have 7,000 in my wallet anymore, so I can't buy another one. But be careful if you did. So yeah, they get like 75 town coin. The day will come. It will all come back. Now we're watching your screen again. You and your looks like your Apple or Linux or something machine.
Yeah,
box?
It is. I am rocking Fedora, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely. I will never want Windows again. This is fantastic.
So do you have anything else to say about the bear market?
Bear market? No. Let's see if this changed. Nope. No one's bought in the last half hour.
So any more Gala Discord on the Discord that you need to talk about? We've been doing this shit for an hour and a half now. So
I know.
Get more interesting or get the fuck off the pot.
Well, yeah, because I got to go back and I got to put chapters into this thing, and that's going to take me a while.
Yeah, you got to do it in the last one too, because you forgot that one too.
I didn't forget it. I haven't had time.
Okay, well then.
I'll get to it. Yeah. So that's all I had for tonight. Unless there's anything else you want to bring up and yip about.
Well, I could talk about the Zip Bugs again. I'm getting close to. I should share my screen for that. Zip Bugs. And I actually did a, what am I doing here? Add to screen.
There you go. Flipping over here.
That one is a salty bot in my thing that I can't buy. Okay, Zip Bugs. I like to click recently created. So we're making some physical Zip Bug NFTs.
I want you to show that picture you shared with me.
Should I? No.
I think you should.
No, I shared a very small part of that picture on Twitter. If you go to the Zip Bugs Twitter right now, you'll see it.
I think you need a sneaky peek. I think people would get excited about that.
I will sneaky peek a small part of the picture. Hold on, let me go and take a screenshot of it. Mr. Titan. I'll do it on another screen so you can't see.
All right, so listen, guys. While he's doing that screenshot, he's been telling me what he's coming up with for these Zip Bugs. All right, and it's physical NFTs, and it is beyond epic. I had pretty high expectations because Faz I've known for 30 years, and he always overachieves. What he's accomplished with this, guys, I'm serious. This is the shit. All right, and I'm glad he'll
easy
give you
to
a
impress.
Okay. No, this is. I was like, wow, just wow.
Okay, am I sharing my screen?
I see purple bugs.
Yeah, let me try to share another screen. Stop screen, present, stop screen. Oh, there's Mr. Titan. I didn't mean to show you Titan. There you go. Don't want to remove you. Hold on. How do I do this? Share screen. Window. This is going to be the hidden thing there. Oops.
You're back on me again.
Titan screen again. There we go. There's my my hint right there. I'll give you a hint. This is a thank you note that I have to people that I'm sending this to. See, that's not the whole thing. It's got the Faz right there. I should probably rotate it. No, you can rotate it if you want to. And that's kind of blurry too. That's good. This is a little note that I'm very happy that people have gotten the Zip Bugs. I'm going to be sending these first NFTs for free to people who have bought Zip Bugs in the past, and special people, some random people.
This is
every people.
What he shared was about a quarter of what's actually there. And if you studied what he showed, you will see some raised textures and some other things that's in there. And I'm telling you, this is very unique. It's very epic. I cannot believe he achieved what he achieved.
This is the guy that complains about hype, and here he is hyping it up. By the way, he's not getting paid for this, so he must actually like it.
No, I am impressed because I thought your idea, when you first talked about this like months ago, I thought you were crazy. And then you finally put this thing together, and I was like blown out of the water. I thought it would be half of what you did.
Well, I'm waiting for one of my things to arrive in the mail because I had to have it made special. So hopefully that will arrive, and then I can send them out. So in the meantime,
get excited.
Well, only 10 people will be excited. There's 10 NFTs here. Can I share this again? 10 NFTs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They all have that's a little identifying number right there, identifying characters. These are actually set an AI tool to take a picture of my. I did a wax stamp, and then said, "Hey AI tool, make this look futuristic." So. That's an AI picture, but there's something Zip Bug oriented coming in the actual physical NFT.
I like it. I'm more excited about Zip Bugs now than I was in the past. No doubt.
We have a lot of Zip Bugs, and they're all high resolution, by the way. They're not.
I like the Chroma Bugs better. That's my favorite set so far.
Let's go to the Chroma Bugs. Because this is a bear market, you notice I'm advertising my bugs more often, so I can eat, folks.
Well, unlike Gala, you price your NFTs reasonably.
All right. So these are Halloween NFTs that are being awarded to 19 lucky CryptoFaz people, by the way. I've been having fun learning how to bias the AI. So I make these bugs and then run them through the AI, and then I do some things to bias the AI more, so I can get some really creepy looking motherfuckers. And so 19, they're if you notice, they're different colors too. They're going to 19 lucky CryptoFaz Academy students. So if you're not a CryptoFaz Academy student, you will not get one. What?
I might buy that one.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
This guy.
That guy is neat.
That was an interesting cartoon angle there.
I like that one.
That one actually did not go the way I thought. I was actually trying for something like this, and I was happy to have gotten that, and then this kind of showed up. The way that these are made is they all start out as charcoal pictures. And then I kind of bias the AI by going into like Inkscape and like just coloring in boxes and making it kind of look a certain way. And then I tell the AI to like, enhance it further. And so sometimes it gives me crazy shit like this, and sometimes it gives me what I wanted, which was that. And then the crazy shit people seem to like too. Great. Win-win.
I like the flowers there too. Those are kind of neat.
Yes.
That's kind of cool. You know what? I like that for the for like a gated room type thing or a gated channel at CFA. Something like that would be kind of cool.
So you can tell if I got what I wanted. I actually make variations of that, like these guys. I took these guys into another tool and started messing with that. If I didn't get what I wanted, you only see one of those. That's okay. I still like it. I still think it's great. These I had a ball with right here. These architectural ones. I don't know why the bugs evolve the way they do, but I have a blast going those directions. I really like color, and sometimes I'll make things just. If you the AI tool that I'm using, any color that you put in, it uses only those colors. Doesn't add any other colors. Doesn't add anything else to it. And so I mean, you can just draw squares and circles and heavily influence it. And sometimes it goes your way. And I'm starting to. I've learned 2 different AI tools how to influence it the way that I want, and then some I just can't figure out. So yeah, these are all my knockoffs. This one I like a lot. This one's very steampunky, Doctor Who trip weird.
Nice.
All right, so that's what I got. It's late. Is it Saturday or Friday? It's Friday.
It's Friday. Faz Radio Friday night.
Apparently, people are just all preferring to listen to us rather than go and have Friday plans. I'm just showing pictures of bugs, dudes. People. Oh, these were fun too, because I was having fun with the color yellow.
Hey, so Logan, yeah, how do you make these? We had been tossing around doing a tutorial. Maybe I'll do one. I'll maybe tomorrow. Let me see about tomorrow.
You'll do a tutorial on Zip Bugs?
No, not on Zip Bugs, but I'll do a how to make an NFT kind of thing. All the way from using AI and Night Cafe, all the way through to publishing it on OpenSea. That might be something fun to do tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
So yeah, like I said, I start with charcoal drawings. Actually, this is a good example. This one did not go through an AI tool. I start with a charcoal drawing, and then I run it through various filter kind of things. I like 8-bit stuff a lot because I grew up with 8-bit stuff. This you can tell that there's a charcoal drawing underneath that, but it's 8-bitted it to death, and it looks really cool. Some of them I just color and put out there, and others I just have a blast with the AI tools, and the AI takes things a direction I never would expect. Sometimes I go back and forth between that and Photoshop. So this one, for example, it looks like he's being watched on a monitor there. That started as a charcoal drawing, went to the AI tool, went back to Photoshop, got some additional stuff added to it, changed colors. It's just what I'm thinking of those guys as like they're on a planet and like your spacecraft, some sort of probe spacecraft has seen them. Come on, Opensea, what the fuck? And so they've been caught in the act. And this one, I don't know why. It's just the tablet bug.
That's kind of neat. I like that one.
That was literally me drawing a square and seeing how I could make a square look like a cool zip bug. And then the filters did the rest.
Oh, HB Klaus Schwab, man. Yeah, that guy, he's a piece of work, isn't he, man? Mr. You'll Own Nothing and Be Happy.
Who's Klaus Schwab?
Oh, my goodness. We can turn this into a conspiracy talk for the next hour if you want.
No.
This is real, though. This is real. This guy, there's this group called the World Economic Forum, right? And his name is Klaus Schwab. And he did a speech and was basically saying, he was quoted as saying, "You'll own nothing and be happy in our future." And he also just gave an award out to some, she's a female, like prime ministry person, and I'm going to fuck this up. I want to say somewhere in Europe, for making progress on the ability to put a microchip into somebody's head to influence their behavior.
Progress.
This guy's like whacked, and he's powerful. This is like a powerful organization. Look it up. This guy is like out there, man.
So owning nothing and being happy, that was actually, if you can go back to George Lucas's experimental film THX 1138, which was made in 1970, where they were talking about that whole thing. It's a very boring movie, but it's George Lucas's first movie. And they had the concept of you owning nothing and just living life and being controlled. It's a very old idea. It's been around since, since computers.
Yeah, but Faz, they're actually doing it now.
Well, they were
This is a real thing.
To some effect, they were doing it back then too.
No, they're doing it on the world stage right now.
Yeah, what do you think Nazi Germany was? I mean, people were being controlled in very real ways.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not a joke, man. They're serious about this stuff. And they're trying really hard to get there.
Let's see.
We do need, Nate mentioned this, we got to do a conspiracy podcast, because a lot of people, when I bring this
that's
got
to be an unleashed reality podcast. That is
it does.
Podcast. Faz would just laugh at you, and you can't have that.
Yeah, we'll do it on Unleashed Reality, and we'll get a bunch of you guys to come over to my podcast, and we'll do a special conspiracy one. But I hate to brand it as conspiracy, but a lot of this stuff.
Some people actually tell you how crazy they are.
Hey, crazy people don't know they're crazy. Remember that always.
Okay, they don't know that
they think everybody else is crazy.
Well, I would think everybody else is crazy too.
I'll buy a Klaus Schwab bug if you make one, Faz.
I could probably do that. Some of these look like Klaus Schwab, I'm sure. Come on, Opensea, what the fuck? So what is with Opensea lately?
I told you, man.
Click
it's
on
tough.
that one, you stupid. I wanted to click on this 8-bit cool one. This is the coolest effect I've been able to come up with yet, and I have like a bunch of bugs like that. Where'd they go? I have like several different colors of this guy. And I sent it to Coods. Isn't that fucking awesome? This is like 8-bit Matrix here. Love that one. See if Coods will sell it to you. I did this in actually several different colors. I think I gave them all away. Because the best way to, get people hooked on heroin is give away the first bits of heroin. And this one, I like this one too. But I had this flame bug, which worked really well with the AI, and I could do a lot of cool shit. And then I started like taking it back into the 8-bit tool and just doing some really fucking whack stuff. That was just cool. I love these. I'd love to see this animated, but that's apparently taking more time than I have.
AI is hard.
Hey, somebody say AI is hard?
Yeah, I'll post an announcement tomorrow. If I should be able to get to that. The only thing I have to do tomorrow is go buy a battery for my my riding mower and get the lawn cut. My battery died. My lawn is like in desperate need of getting cut. So as long as I can get that done tomorrow afternoon, like tomorrow late afternoon Eastern time, I will do a live. I don't care if it takes us 3 hours to walk through how to make these NFTs and get them up on OpenSea.
All right.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, here's I have a purple one and a green one, but are they given away? I think that some of them might be if people actually like them. It says I own the purple one. Look at that. And that one. I own the green one. That one's cool. This looks like rain. Rain with little bits of stuff in it.
Yeah, if you animate that down like the Matrix thing, that'd be kind of cool.
This is where I need animator friends, actually. Animator friends need to help me with this. Because I'd love to see this all just bleeding down, like that kind of stuff.
That'd be kind of cool. And if you could do like different colors too, like different shades of purple, that'd be awesome.
Could cycle through the different colors.
I've enjoyed this. So Faz got me into this with his Zip Bugs. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I started taking my old photography. I used to do a lot of black and white photography when I was younger. And I would take that and run it through the AI with a bunch of cool stuff. And I got better at it and better at it. And I seriously enjoy this now. I've spent a couple $100 getting accounts at some of these AI places to enhance.
That shit's expensive too. Yep.
Do some stuff. It runs about 50 cents to $1 to make one of these NFTs that I make. I don't know what it costs you to do a chroma bug.
It's more time. I mean, I'll generate like 20 and then find one that I really like this one. That one's awesome. And then I take it. Some of these I'll take into. There's a tool called what's it called? Chroma Lab. Chroma. That's why I call it Chroma Bugs, because a lot of these have been manipulated in Chroma Lab, where it just alters the colors, and I give it just a certain. I can give it different color schemes. So some just have their colors altered, and this one never pulled up. This is a cool one. Oh yeah, this one was kind of neat.
That's like Medusa hair.
Yeah, and they're different for each person that looks at them. Anyway, that's Chroma Bugs. I'll do a Opensea link, and I think we should start getting out of here, because I don't.
Well, you got wrapped up for 20 minutes in your Chroma Bugs.
That's because I was promoting myself. That's just how it works.
Hey, you own the show. You're allowed to do whatever you want, man.
Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging on for what, close to 2 hours now, listening to us.
Oh my God, yeah.
Bullshit. When apparently, I'm feeling like we don't have lives. So.
And you guys gotta let us know when you're available to come on the show too. We love to talk to the community. We've got a couple community members lined up for future shows. We're going to be bringing back some other guests. Don't forget to tune in to the Building a DAO show on Thursdays. And Faz, we have not done game nights forever.
Yeah, we need to play.
We've got to do. Yeah.
So Spider Tanks is becoming like going to be a full-time thing for me soon, because I have a bunch of tanks, and I want to earn with my tanks, and that's going to be as of the 31st. I think that's turning on.
Yeah, as of right now, they haven't pushed it. They're still on target. As of 2 days ago, the message came out. They're still on target for the 31st.
But are you going to earn with it? Did they actually say earn?
Okay, so that was a quote conspiracy chat this afternoon in the servers, both CFA and Gala. They apparently, and this is third-hand information, somebody posted that a comment came from the Red Names that, quote, all the functionality of Jiri chain will not be most likely functional with the launch, but they are still good with the launch.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well, you know how ambiguous they are about everything, so who the fuck knows what that means? That means maybe they don't have the rental system up. Maybe they don't have this. And again, I don't even know if this is true. I can't even remember where I saw it, but somebody had posted something that they saw. It's like a fire hose coming out of Gala with this information. I really wish they would get a better way to communicate this stuff, because hearing it third hand, you know, it's like playing the game of telephone. You don't know what's really said. So, as of right now, the only thing I do know is that I have not heard definitively that they will not be launching on the 31st. How's that?
That's pretty okay. Sure.
I have not seen a physical post that says we're pushing this out. But there is speculation and or things from other people who said they saw stuff. So if someone can screenshot a red or a green name saying something to that effect, would you please post it at CFA so that people have the whole story?
And if there's a red or a green name listening, which we believe that there might be, come on, man. Tell us already.
Yeah, just, put it out there. We'll, last minute always gets the big screaming from all of us. Just take the pain now and get it over with.
Well,
but
you know what happens
I think
when Bitbender slips, he has to then he has to sit there and quell the riots.
No, so listen, I will say it again. I will pick on them left and right if they jack up this 31st date that they've been putting out. However, I would still rather be a little bit angry and give them some shit about being late than have it come up and have it be all fucked up.
By the way, one more Zip Bug plug here. This was fun. So there is a tool out there called Night Cafe. What you can do with Night Cafe is apply a texture from one source to another. So this is a texture from a painting I did many years ago. It was an acrylic painting with yellow and orange and stuff like that. and I had my bug. And so basically I told it to mash together my painting and my bug, and I got this. And so, of course, I liked it so much, I mashed together, where's the other ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and this one. Oh, yeah, this one's animated. So, oh yeah, I have some animated bugs. So all these guys are mashed together from my painting. So it's this is how AI tools are fucking awesome, is they can take you and mix you with you. Look at that. That looks like fire. That's an acrylic painting that's actually that the AI like made some more frames with. That's fucking awesome. Actually what I did is I rendered it like 5 times and then made them into frames. But
you'll have to teach me how to do that. That's really cool. That is awesome.
So, if you take pictures of any texture, it'll apply that texture to your drawing. Most things look like ass, but some things look pretty darn good. Let's see. Where's another one?
Oh, here he goes. Another 20 minutes on Zip.
Oh, okay, no, I said that was it. So, I don't see people like that. We have 9 viewers, and if it went down to like 7 or 6, and I feel like I'm boring people, but they're still here. I mean,
oh, Vera said, hey, she doesn't follow Spider Tank stuff, but at least it's coming out on Halloween. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's so much rumor and speculation. As I said, I haven't seen anything that says it hasn't been changed from Halloween. That's all I know at this point. So yeah, let's do it. We got to do a game night this coming week.
Well, why don't we just do one tomorrow?
Because I want to do my NFT video tomorrow, and so if we can do it maybe later in the evening, yeah.
You want to do it live?
Because I have my family time from, let's see, that'd be 5:30 your time until about 8:30 your time. So we can do it. Yeah, we can do it around 9 o'clock your time. Yeah, we can play some Spidey Tanks. So I want to see if they've updated anything too. I haven't been in there in a long time.
This one you can't buy. I made 5 of these, and this was several frames with the 8-bit tool. I think like 20 or 30. I use a GIF tool to just marry everything together. So this was a lot of stuff that was generated. All right. Okay. I think we're done. Are you done?
I'm done, man. Thank you for a great talk, and community, thank you for hanging in there. Vera, Logan, Luce, Luss, I don't want to butcher your name. Luce Luss, thank you. Gala Node Guide, thank you for contributing. XRP Detroit, it's always great to see you. M Ice, I haven't seen you in here before, so hey, welcome, man. Thanks for listening. Rev Run, I haven't seen you in here before either, but I love that you're jumping in with some sensible thoughts on this as well. HB, apparently people know you, but I don't know you. So, hey, thanks for coming in and welcome.
Many times.
Has he? I don't recognize that name. Jenny, I've seen Jenny before, I think, right?
Jenny A said that she was going to adopt that little puppy, Max.
Yeah, but I've seen her in another one, too. She was talking in another one, I think.
Maybe so.
Very cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, guys. And I need to find our little brand thing, our little thing, bobber. This one right here. Bing. Yep. Okay. Now I turn up the music. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Say bye, Titan.
Bye.